I'm burnt out, but I'm not quitting. What's up, YouTube? So I am a little bit burnt out. It's crazy how things happen. Every time I think I'm getting in the groove of something, a new thing happens. And just, it's been one thing after the other here recently. And I'm not sure if it's just my bad luck right now or I don't know what's going on. So essentially, here is the thing that's happening, or possible multiple things that are happening. First, I had a huge issue with respiratory infections in February. I know it's May already, and I essentially from February all the way down, or actually it was March. It was March. From March all the way to now, I have lost 5 bearded dragons, 5 breeders, not any of the younger ones, 5 breeders. And it has been just, I don't know, kind of has destroyed my spirit a little bit. I'm sure people losing animals, period, destroys their spirit. So it's kind of been one of those things where, you know, you can't really do anything about it, because the problem with respiratory infection is by the time you start seeing symptoms for respiratory infections, for the most part, you realize that it's too late. Like, I have seen people say, oh, I saw my bearded dragon do this yesterday, and today they passed away. That's how quick respiratory infection can take a bearded dragon. And not essentially that respiratory infection happens quick like that. Is bearded dragons don't even show you that they have any issues until it's too late. So the symptoms, subtle symptoms, and you really don't ever know until it's too late. I had most of these bearded dragons were eating all the way up until they passed away. Or not until they passed away, but at least a couple days before, because then after that, they were to the point of no return. Their beards were black and they weren't hardly moving. So it was, I mean, it's drastic how quickly the symptoms go from subtle symptoms to drastic symptoms. And that kind of sucks. So I did lose about 5 bearded dragons back in March, and I lost 2 more in April. And yeah. And I made all this space. I made more enclosures and everything, which what I've been doing since now I have empty enclosures, I kind of just been separating females, because I don't know if any of them still have anything going on. So I'm kind of just separating everybody. I haven't really been pairing here lately either, because I don't know who's sick and who's not. Yeah. And it hasn't really, so the thing about these is they have nothing to do with the younger dragons because they're separated. So I will never know exactly what happened. I did a reptile expo in February, or I did one in March and I did one in April. And I'm thinking maybe somebody brought their animal or something, and I had some animals for sale and somebody brought something. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but it was just quick. It was drastic. It was drastic. So I'm not sure. That's one thing that's happened. One thing that I've kind of kept to myself and kind of hate it. So, yep. The other thing is I had some gnats in my incubator again. If you guys don't remember, last year I had gnats in my incubator. This year I have gnats in my incubator again. The problem and how I get gnats is because there's gnats in here, and I usually have these things out, but they dry out. Like, this one's already empty, and I have to keep replenishing it. And if I don't do it fast enough, the gnats take off again. And that's one thing about ball pythons and anything that requires humid stuff is gnats are crazy with it. Like the dubia roaches, the gnats go crazy in there. The ball python enclosures, if they're moist enough, gnats go crazy in there. So that's one thing about it, and I'm trying to do my best. I've always trying to have these laying around everywhere, and I saw 3 gnats in my incubator, and same thing that happened last year. They got into one of my clutches, ate every single, or not ate, but got into every egg, and every egg went bad. So I had to throw all the eggs away. And what I'm gonna start doing now, and I've heard of people doing this before, but I never thought I had to do it. I thought last year was just a fluke. What I started doing now, or I'm going to start doing now, is I'm going to start microwaving the vermiculite before I use it for eggs. So hopefully that works out for me, because I heard people do that to kill all the bacteria and stuff in the vermiculite. So we'll see how that works. Those are the bad news that I have. It's crazy. It's crazy. Good news though. Let's go. Let's do the good news. All right. Good news is we're up to 16 clutches, regardless of the ones that have been 8. We're up to 16 clutches. We already have had 3 hatch. Luckily for me, the first one was a small clutch. The third one was a small clutch. So it's not too much work yet. So the second one was a decent sized clutch. Now, here's the even better news. I have a hognose clutch already in the incubator, and I have a boa that already had her ovulation and is currently in her pre-lay shed. From the pre-lay shed, once she sheds out, it's about 100 days, 105 days from the time she sheds to the time she gives birth. That's going to be a first for me. It's going to be super cool. We'll see how that goes, because obviously those eggs can't go bad from gnats. So we'll see what happens. She's a big girl. She'd probably do pretty good. She's about 10 pounds. And you can start breeding them around 8 pounds. So she was definitely good for at least 2 pounds ago. 2 pounds ago to start breeding. And then I have this other snake. I gotta show you this snake. Hopefully she lets me get her out, but I gotta show you this snake, because look at this freaking thing. I thought the other one was big. No, this one's humongous. So why? Why do I have 2 adult female boas now, and I have an adult male boa? Well, because I mentioned this in the previous video. Oh my gosh. This is the only thing I don't like about boas, is they're strong as hell, dude. All right, she done got me. But so, in a previous video, I mentioned that you're supposed to do boas 1 to 2, and the females are supposed to take a break every year. So essentially, I have to have 2 adult females. That way, when they're taking breaks, I'm gonna have to put her back. That way, when they're taking breaks, I'll have another female ready to go that year, so I can at least have a clutch of boas every year. Obviously, I have to go and do everything they're supposed to, so it's not 100% sure it's going to happen, but at least gives me a more sure shot to have boas every year. And I also have another male and another female. I haven't weighed this female in a while. She's definitely not 8 pounds, but you know, maybe here in a couple of years she will be. So this is another female. The male is already ready to breed essentially, so we'll see how big she gets here by next year. And let me weigh her real quick, because I'm interested in knowing. She's about halfway there. She's about 4 pounds, so pretty good. Pretty good. All right, put her back. So officially, I am a hognose breeder, and almost officially, I am a boa breeder. The only thing about that statement, or those statements, I don't know how much I want to continue breeding all of these ball pythons. I've kind of grown fond of only the exanthic stuff, and I think there's a lot of, like the tri-stripe stuff, I can't get rid of. I love tri-stripe, but I've grown really fond of the exanthic stuff, so I think all I want to keep is tri-stripe and exanthic, so I'm trying to kind of just get rid of other stuff that doesn't play along with what I want or what my future wants. So like, I know I'll probably keep some of the pied clown stuff, because I do want to put pied clown and exanthic together. So triple visual exanthic pied clown, desert ghost VPI exanthic stuff. But like the lavender stuff, I could probably get rid of. Probably the single gene pied stuff, so not double recessive like super OD pied, inchy pinstripe pied, all this stuff, maybe not necessary. So I'll see what happens. Probably get rid of some of this stuff and keep certain projects, and then I'll have more space for hog noses. I do want to get more hog noses. Probably want to get maybe right now I have 6 hog noses. I'll probably want to do, I don't know, I'll start off with 6 more, so maybe 12 for now, but that's essentially where I'm at. And I'll just put all the ball pythons in one and have all the hog noses in the other. So maybe not. we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Right now, it's just what I'm thinking. So if you guys start seeing me post ball pythons and stuff that they're adults, it's because they just don't fit with what I need. There's 2 tri-stripes that I did post. That's like the Blade tri-stripe. She is for 2 years. I've had her and I just never did anything with her, so I'm just gonna get rid of her. And then the proven breeder that I had last year, he's already for sale because I already have a visual tri-stripe. What's that? I mean, that's it. Everything else I have is either het exanthic or is visual exanthic or tri-stripe. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take it back. There are a couple sunset things in here that I haven't used yet. And then there's also like the dark pieds, like this female here. Like dark pieds. Like I like that too. And I wouldn't mind putting this in exanthic. So dark pieds, clown pieds, and anything that's exanthic or going to be used for exanthic stuff, anything that's tri-stripes probably staying. The hypopide stuff I'm gonna get rid of. I already posted it actually because they're not breeding or nothing. The lavender pied stuff, they're still breeding, so I'm not selling them just yet. Maybe I'll sell them after the season's over. But I just want to focus on the exanthic stuff. I think it sells better, in my opinion. Because I also like the way it looks. Like it's surreal. Like look at this. Now this particular one here is a year old now, and she is obviously showing some of that yellow that exanthic pieds get, but that's nice. This is a pinstripe exanthic pied. Let me show you her sister too. Here's the sister. You can see that. So besides that yellow ring around the saddles, everything else is amazing. Like it's just a gray and white snake with some black striping. So I kind of really like the way that looks. Let's see. I have a lot of exanthic stuff. I have this pinstripe clown head exanthic. I have this super pastel clown head exanthic. She's in shed. I have a lot of exanthic stuff, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to, like almost everything on this side, minus this one here, can go. Like everything over here. Once it lays, I have 2 that I've been pairing. Everything else can go except for this one. Once all of these go, this one, and this one, all four of these are pied dreamsicle stuff, and the male over here is the dreamsicle stuff. So all 5 of those snakes can go, and then everything over here will stay, and then everything from here to here will stay. These are already for sale. Stay. I'll probably sell that one. Maybe not. We'll see. Stay. All of that will stay. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I gotta sell. A lot of stuff. So that's probably what's gonna happen. And once I clean it out, then I'll be able to hold back stuff that actually works for me. Like right now, I had holdbacks from last year that are huge now. That are het exanthic, het desert ghost, and het pied. They're all about 250, 300 grams or so. So they're pretty big now compared to when they hatched out. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So with that said, some bad news, some good news, and some whatever you want to call it news. That's where we're at right now. And I think with getting rid of some of the ball pythons and consolidating some of these enclosures or these racks, I'll be able to do more bearded dragons. I'll be able to have more space for bearded dragons as well. So that's something that I've thought about and considered, because bearded dragons are really what I like. I'm not saying that I don't like all this stuff. I'm just saying I really like bearded dragons, and that's what got me into reptiles. So yeah, here you go. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So if you made it this far into the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything I put out in the future. As always, peace.